So welcome back to UIPM TV. We are continuing our competition with the under-11s category. We've got a special guest. It's one of the organisers of the competition, works for the UIPM. Welcome to Max Pepillon.
Thank you, James. Hello.
It's good to have you on the broadcast. You work hard behind the scenes getting this competition up to scratch. And here we have the under-11s. And I love this age category. We spoke about this with under-9s. They're just fearless.
Yeah, this is the essence of the sport, basically. These kids, I would not say that they have no strategy, but it's really who goes first is the fastest.
I agree with you. It's not that they don't have strategy. There is some thought, but they just run like wild. They don't really have any fear, and you can see itching, ready to go. This, by the way, we talk about the essence of the sport. It's all Egyptians and South Africans, so we are going to have this Egypt-South African rivalry, which they themselves say is a big thing in the sport. Would you say this, working from the?
Yeah, I think now that the South Africa Federation has been back on track, I will say that there is a kind of rivalry for who is the best in Africa. And I think the South Africa are very competitive, and Egypt, of course, they are very competitive. We can just regret that we don't have enough people from other countries in Africa, but it would be improving a lot in the next years, probably.
Battle between Egypt and South Africa, battle between under-11s, battle between the dominant African nation. Who wins this battle between South Africa and Egypt? We'll find out soon. It is one age category, the under-11s, and we'll see the split times in a moment. It's 2 times 300 meters per gender. It's the girls first, 2 25-meter swims. The distances have been reduced. The competition running smoothly today. The transition times between has been very quick. It's been well organized today.
Yeah, I think so. It's always the case with this kind of events. You just keep improving hours after hours, day after day. And unfortunately, there are still some delays that we cannot avoid, like the swimming distance, the running distance. So I think it's going better, and probably we can be optimistic for tomorrow and Sunday.
So this is, of course, the first swim that these young athletes will do. 25 meters feels a long way when you're just 10 years old, I think.
Yeah, probably. But here we are quite lucky because the Mediterranean Sea and not ocean. I want to clear this mistake. It's I think quite nice to swim. Sorry, even for kids.
Looks quite cool with the boats that are going in and out of the Suez Canal in the background, doesn't it?
Yeah, we can see the last days that this zone of the world is very, very busy.
Yeah, it's busy. It's affluent. Very salty ocean as well. I've heard there's great seafood here. We're going to try and find some good seafood, I think.
Hopefully, yeah.
Maybe you can go away and find out some good seafood restaurants and report back at some point through the competition, because I know those people watching the UIPM TV, especially watching in the hotel, of which there are many, they are keen to know the local hotspots. Okay, back with the competition, and we will get the split times in a moment's time to see just how this battle between Egypt and South Africa is panning out. It's close, it's frantic.
Yeah, the pair of Morgado and Fuchs are first.
So there will only be 2 teams on the podium.
Exactly.
The highest ranked South African team, the highest ranked Egyptian team.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of these two, I think, as things stand, but we cannot work out who is who because, oh, there we go. Wad and Issa. It is a Wad and Issa, by the way. Wad and Issa. And Morgado and Fuchs are the 2 teams battling it out, and this is a really interesting battle between them. So, into the range, first and second place go. 1 out of 5 for Wad, 3 out of 5. Wad is flying through this. A 4:48 for Wad. That is ridiculously fast. Morgado responds with a 6:78. Do not take your eyes off this race for even 1 second. If you blink for a second, you're going to miss a whole chunk of the shooting routine.
Yeah, you can really see that Egypt, the specialty is the shooting. Yeah.
Something they clearly practice over and over and over, isn't it? So they're back in the ocean. Oh, it's a slow transition there from Morgado. That's lost another couple of seconds. That's now probably 4 seconds on this lap lost from the shooting and the transition. Although Wad slow into the ocean, Morgado perhaps. Sometimes it's easier to chase than be chased, isn't it?
Yeah, but
in your experience.
But in fast races like that, these couple seconds you lose at every transition, every shooting can make the difference at the end.
Yeah. So Wad and Morgado are absolutely neck and neck, and Morgado seems to be the fastest swimmer. Look at that, brilliant.
Yeah.
Hustling past. That's fine, by the way, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Really, really good swimming from Morgado. And Wad, by the way, looks up in desperation.
Yeah.
Clearly wondering how on earth Morgado has got in front, because there was a good 4-second gap heading into the ocean.
Yeah, but looks like South Africa have better swimmers for this race.
So, better shooting from Egypt, better swimming from South Africa. The battle of Africa here.
Yeah.
The northern part of Africa with Egypt, obviously South Africa being on the southern part of the African continent. And great transition from Morgado, learning perhaps from a slower transition on the way in. And Morgado's put a bit of a lead here, by the way. I don't know where this pace has come from, but Morgado has opened up a great gap. Now, Willa Wad finds some pace on the sand. Interesting part of the course this, by the way, Max, because it's super slow on that sand, and then it gets really quick when the sand gets harder.
Yeah, this is what the South African commentator before was saying. It's really linked to the technique how to run on the sand.
Here we can see that extra burst of pace, and Awada has opened up a gap in the switch between the girls and the boys. But look at that, Awad coming back strong.
This will be a fast comeback.
Great race this, isn't it?
Yeah.
So away goes Ryan Fouche. Fouche with a quick look over the shoulder to see Amar Issa, who's super quick, by the way.
Yeah.
Issa, look at that, the pace from the young Egyptian. You can see the speed in his legs. Oh, a little slip there, and he retakes the race lead heading into the shooting range. Now this will be interesting.
Yeah, now if you want really a good race, you need to have the Egyptian coming back and sticking to the South African swimming.
Issa with a 4.45, Fouche with a 7.95 is good, but not quite good enough. Well, you can see Issa trailed by 2.33. We don't know how they're going to swim, by the way. This is all still to play for. Every second crucial, transition crucial. Off go the shoes into box number 2 for Issa. Fouche, great angle, that shoes off, good transition. You've got some ground to make up, son. Once again, it's a case of would you rather be chased or chased?
I think probably the South African should come back on the Egyptian as soon as possible.
Agreed. It's going to happen in the ocean, isn't it? Look at this again. We saw this in the previous lap, and Fouche is going to try and cut inside here. There is seconds between them. They're surely going to collide, heading towards the buoy. No. Fouche lays off. Now, I worry for Fouche here because we know how quick Issa is. Fouche has to get ahead here. This could be the essence of this race.
And it's a great swim from Issa, by the way.
Yeah, Issa's holding his own. He's picked up pace. Slow to start, and that's the wrong decision there from Fouche, who steps up too early, and that's better from Issa. So we can see the athletes further behind heading into the water, but this is such an exciting battle for first and second that we are focusing on that right now, and Issa gets away. A little bit slow into the transition. Fouche frantically gets in, temporarily takes the race lead, but the transition completed. This needs to be a quick transition from Fouche, who's nailed that, to be fair. I'm not so sure.
I'm not so sure, and I'm still thinking about this mistake in the swimming. Like, I think for this swim, especially the short one, you need to get the wave helping you on the way back.
Lost 2-3 seconds there, in my opinion. That could be the difference there. I mean, we've not had the updated times. Those times are way out of out of time. Issa, lapping one of his Egyptian teammates, now has about a 6 or 7 second lead. Onto the fast turf, and this race is really playing into the Egyptians' hands here.
It looks like it's too much for now as a gap here.
But you never know, pressure does funny things. We have to see. If Issa shoots clear here, I would say that's the World Championship title going to Egypt, and the battle not just between Egypt and South Africa in this race, but between the two nations who are very competitive. Great friends off, of course, but there's no friends in sport unless you're obviously on the same team. 10 seconds the gap. Now, this is crucial here. If Issa gets a quick shoot, misses the first, makes the second, 2 out of 5 for Issa, misses the third. It's a little bit slow, this one, a chance possibly. That's enough for me, 7.61, unless we see Fouche with a 4 or 5 second shoot here, which is not necessarily against possibility. Of 5.62, 2 seconds made up. It's not going to be enough, is it?
I don't think so, It looks like Fouche is really on the way, like slower in this second lap,
Let's see if Fouche can make up the time in the ocean. Issa looking very quick. There's Fouche. Yeah, the gap is too big now, I think.
I think so.
Fouche almost seems to have resigned to the fact that it's going to be silver.
But he needs to believe in himself. You never know, maybe a fall or something like that.
Possibly the energy levels have dropped from Fouche giving everything in that first lap. He fell into the ocean. Yeah, well, possibly we're not going to get quite the sprint finish that we were wondering we might. Issa just now cruising.
Yeah.
Well, it was, for the first 3 laps, probably one of the most exciting finals we've had today.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was really, very close, yeah.
And listen, let's not make no mistake about it. We love to see close finishes.
Of course.
A minute, 2 minutes gap between first and second place. It's still an amazing achievement winning, but from the spectator point of view, you want to see close, tight, frantic races. We nearly had that.
Yeah, nearly, yeah. But it was cool, yeah. You have South Africa leading, then Egypt, South Africa, so that's all what we ask for. But I'm sure the Egyptian coach prefer to have a clear gap for his athletes.
We could have a really exciting race in the next category, the under-13s.
Yeah, usually 13, 15 are very dynamic and competitive races.
Under-13s category, the gaps are 2 300s and 2 50-meter swims. So the swimming time will be increased, but Wad and Issa will be very happy with this performance.
Yeah.
They've opened up a big gap on the last lap. And your world champions in the under-11s category, they've been made to work for it from beginning to end. It is Radina Awad and Amar Issa, your world champions from Egypt. Congratulations to them. Silver will go to South Africa, and they've had to work for this, and look just how much of a grimace that is on the face of Ryan Fouche. Onto the firmer, more harder turf, and he's found the last bit of energy to power over the line. And you can breathe now. You've done it. You've taken silver. Exhausting. Morgado and Fouche with silver for South Africa. Third place goes to Egypt as well.
Yeah, he has nothing to regret. He gave his best for sure.
There we go. Third place. That's actually one of the athletes a lap further behind. And there we go. Bronze to the South African team of Van Onselen and Whitehouse. All right, we are going to get ourselves ready for the interviews. There is an athlete a little bit further behind, so we'll let that race play itself out. Khalil and Alam are in the range. We'll get some interviews with Wad and Issa. And Max, thank you. We'll keep you in the commentary box as long as we have a wait for Julia Dale, who we're hoping is going to come back.
Yeah, hopefully.
She competed, of course, in the seniors final, so she's got to recover a bit. We'll give her a few minutes.
Yeah.
Before we start calling her and hassling her.
Yeah, and I'm happy to stay with you here.
Good man. Well, you're doing a great job, Max Papillon.
Yes.
That's good pronunciation.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Allez le bleu.
Is there another race of 300 now and later 3?